it's Amazing Gamer here, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be doing something a little different from what I normally do. So, I've been playing the Roblox game Dead Rails a lot, and after a lot of grinding, I finally managed to get every single class in the game. But today, I'm going to be ranking all the classes from worst to best. Now, before we start the actual video, I just want to say that this is my opinion, so you might not agree with my opinion. Because, well, not everyone has the same opinion, of course. Or if you just want to, go to the comment section and yell at me because you disagree with me, then sure, do that. I honestly don't really care that much. But anyways, let's just start the actual ranking now. Alright, so in last place, I don't think this will come as much as a surprise for, anyone at all, but I have the zombie class. So what the zombie class does, you cannot use normal heal items such as bandages or snake oils, but instead you're able to eat dead bodies for health. The thing is, though, they don't give that much health back, so they're not really that useful. You do also get less detection from zombies, which is cool, but overall, I just feel like it's not that good of a class. There's just all the classes in the game are better than this one, and yeah, the zombie class is the worst class in the game in my opinion. In 13th place, I have the miner class. So the miner class spawns you with a pickaxe instead of a shovel. So the pickaxe, it's just the exact same as the shovel. It's the same damage, the same attack cooldown. It's just the same, basically. And then you also start with 2 pieces of coal, which will save you some money at the start of the game, which is nice. But the main part about this class is the miner helmet. So what the miner helmet does, it lights up dark areas, which is useful for looting places during night. But the thing is, no one really loots places during night anyway. So I don't really see a use for this class. I find it kind of useless, which is why I'm placing it so low. Okay, so in 10th place, I have the Alamo class. So the Alamo gives you a bunch of materials to defend your train, like sheet metal and barbed wire. It also spawns you with a helmet, but the thing is, I really feel like this class is kind of useless because at the start of the game, there's 3 newspapers, which you can actually put them on your train in a certain way to make it in a way where entities actually can't get in, but you can. If you walk in through there sideways, you can get in, but other entities can't. So I feel like this class is just kind of useless. Alright, so in 9th place, I have the conductor class. The conductor class allows you to drive the train 20 miles per hour faster than the normal player can. Normally, you can drive it for up to 65 miles per hour, but with the conductor class, you can drive it with up to 85 miles per hour. But this class does also come with 2 big downsides. One of them is that you don't spawn with a melee weapon, and the other is that you have half the max health. So I would only recommend using this class if you're using it in a team run. Alright, in 8th place, I have the Arsonist class. So the Arsonist class spawns you with 4 Molotovs, and Molotovs are actually great items for raiding towns, because if you just group up all the zombies and then just throw Molotovs at them, they will all just die immediately. So this is pretty good for raiding towns, but in my opinion, they're just better classes to use. It's still a good class though. In 7th place, I have the Priest class. So the Priest class spawns you with 2 crucifixes and 2 holy waters, which are both pretty good weapons. But then you're immune to lightning strikes. The thing is, though, during a lightning night, you can kind of just stay inside of your train or just in a structure to avoid the lightning. So it really isn't that good of a passive ability. It is still a good class, but there are just better classes to use. Alright, in 6th place, I have the High Roller class. So the High Roller class allows you to get 1.5 times the money from collecting money bags. Now, it actually used to be 2 times the money. I don't know why they nerfed it to 1.5 times. But then there's also a downside to this class. You're 10 times more likely to get struck by lightning. But the thing is, if there's a lightning night, you can kind of just stay in your train or just under a roof to avoid the lightning. So it's not really that big of a downside. I wish it was a bit more than 1.5 times. I wish they kept it at 2 times. I don't really know why they nerfed it. Maybe the devs just thought it was too overpowered. But it is still a pretty decent class though. Alright, in 5th place, I have the Ironclad class. So what the Ironclad class does, it spawns you with a full set of armor, which is very good to have at the start of the game, and it will save you a lot of money throughout your run. But you also have your movement speed reduced by 20%. It still is a pretty good class to have a full set of armor at the start of the game. The 20% movement speed is bad, but it's not like that horribly bad, so it is still a pretty good class to use. In fourth place, I have the Doctor class. So the Doctor class spawns you with 2 bandages and 2 snake oils, which are pretty great to have at the start of the game. And then you also have an ability where you can revive dead teammates. You can revive them without bandages, but you have to sacrifice half of your own health. This is a very good ability to have. So yeah, the Doctor is a very good class, especially if you're using it in team run. Alright, in third place, I have the Cowboy class. So the Cowboy class spawns you with a revolver, 2 packs of revolver ammo, which is 48 revolver ammo. And then you also spawned with a tamed horse right at the start of the game. All of these are incredibly useful items, and it's overall just a really great class. And it's also especially useful if you're going for the Pony Express challenge. Alright, in second place, I have the Vampire class. So the Vampire class gives you increased movement speed and increased melee damage, but it does also have a downside, with that being you take damage in direct sunlight. Although you can just use one of the newspapers at the start to block the sun and you won't take any damage. You also lose damage incredibly slowly from the sun, and you also get the vampire knife at the start of the game as well, which literally does lifesteal, so you can just hit people to get your life back. So the sun downside isn't really that big of a downside overall, and it is a very good class. And finally, in number 1, I have the Survivalist class. So the Survivalist class, it's very simple. The less health you have, the more damage you do. But this is actually very, very useful because on just half health, you can do absolutely insane amounts of damage. So yeah, in my opinion, this is the best class in the game. And if you have the bonds for it, I would definitely recommend buying this. Well everyone, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy, then please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you in the next one.